Hi, my name is Ashish, and in this video we will see how we investigate threats using Audit in Microsoft 365 Defender and Microsoft Purview Premium. So let me give you a brief introduction. Let's say you are part of SOC team, you're working at a company that is implementing Microsoft Purview and Microsoft 365 Defender solutions. You have already implemented Microsoft Purview Audit Standard and you used it to search the unified audit log. Now you need to understand how to set up and implement Microsoft Purview Audit Premium. Your organization management has asked you to create audit log retention policies and to conduct forensic investigations. So in the coming videos and in this video, we will explore the key functionality in Microsoft Purview Audit Premium. Audit Premium builds on the capabilities of Audit Standard. It does so by providing audit log retention policies, longer retention of audit records, high value crucial events, and higher bandwidth access to the Office 365 Management Activity API. We will examine the setup requirements for Audit Premium. A setup is basically a matter of maintaining proper organization subscriptions and user licensing. And then we will see how to implement Audit Premium. We will review the certain steps like how to set up Audit Premium for users, enable logging of crucial events, create audit log retention policies, perform forensic investigations. So now if you want to explore Microsoft Purview Audit Premium and how the Purview Audit Premium builds on the capabilities of Microsoft Purview Audit Standard. Alright, the difference, as we have discussed in the previous videos, is the customized retention policies, increased audit log retention, and the higher bandwidth access. Now there are some organization subscription and user licensing required. You must have Office 365 E5, A5 or G5 or Microsoft 365 Enterprise E5, A5, G5 subscriptions to enable audit log premium, and in the audit log records are retained for 90 days in comparison to audit premium retains all Exchange, SharePoint, Azure AD audit records for 1 year. So in 90 days it was for standard, but in premium it will be for 1 year. And then premium provides this extra retention time by implementing a default audit log retention policy. When we talk about audit log retention policies, audit log generated in other services that are not covered by the default audit log retention policies are retained for 90 days. But the customized audit log retention policies to retain other audit records, it may go up to 10 years. Now, if you want to implement Microsoft Purview Audit Premium, we have to set up Audit Premium for users. For this, we have to log on to Microsoft 365 Admin Center to make sure licensing is in place. So let me try and log in there. So I'll do admin.microsoft.com. So the reason for logging on to admin.microsoft.com is so that on the active users page here, if you were part of the organization that is licensing, you would see the licenses that come here. So if it comes, make sure that it should be E5 license or is assigned an appropriate add-on license for this feature to work. If it doesn't, then you will have to purchase that license, right? And now if you want to enable audit premium events, you must enable the audit premium events to be logged so that the users can perform searches in Exchange Online and SharePoint Online. For that, you have to go for PowerShell command line, Exchange Online PowerShell for each user, right? So let's say you want to enable search query initiated Exchange, search query initiated SharePoint. You have to run the commands for each user in the Exchange Online PowerShell so that users can perform searches in the Exchange Online and SharePoint Online. And then you will set up the audit retention policies, and then you would search for the audit premium events. So when everything would be set up in your organization, you can search for crucial audit events audit premium events and other activities when conducting forensic investigations. And then you have to manage audit log retention policies. So audit log retention policies are part of the Microsoft Purview premium solution. An audit log retention policy lets an organization specify how long it wants to retain audit logs. You can either go with default audit log retention policies. This policy would retain all Exchange Online, SharePoint Online, OneDrive for Business and Azure Active Directory audit records for 1 year. The default policy retains audit records that contain the value of Exchange, SharePoint, OneDrive, Azure AD for the workload property. And the default audit log retention policy cannot be modified. Before you create an audit log retention policy, there are certain requirements that needs to be satisfied. Please go through the Microsoft documentation to fulfill those requirements, but I can show you the place where we can create an audit log retention policy. So if I go back to the Purview compliance portal, here I am. You come in audit section. Now you see audit retention policies here. So there is no, so you click on create audit retention policy. You will have to enter a name, description, and then the users, and then the duration, right? 3 years is review. As per documentation, it's 1 year, but then it would show you 3 years as well. But if I scroll down, you have 10 years as well. And then you would have a priority number. So you will have a policy name. You will have a description of the policy. You would have select one or more users to whom this policy will be applied. Then you will have a duration, the amount of time to retain the audit logs, and then the priority that will determine the order in which audit log retention policy in the organization are processed. And then when you are done, you click on save and you will have a list. You will have a custom audit log retention policy to see in the audit section of your Microsoft Purview compliance portal. And then you will have the policy. Then you can view the policies in the dashboard. You can sort it by priority and you can sort it by the lower order as well. You can also edit the policies in the dashboard. You can delete the policies in the dashboard, and you can create and manage the audit log retention policies in PowerShell as well. Make sure that you have the security and compliance PowerShell module enabled to do all these things through command line. So I hope this was informative for all of you. Guys, if you have any further queries, please mention them in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.